From Alberta City as we continue to focus on recovery and stories of hope, but also remembering the people of the lives that we lost. Ugochi.
Well, Janice, I'm reporting live on Juanita Drive, a street practically destroyed by the tornadoes on that chilling day of April 27, 2011, a decade ago. Now, some people I spoke to who live close by or moved back tell me it's astonishing to see what it all looks like today. Heartache and hopelessness is all you saw on the faces of people in Alberta City after the April 27th tornado outbreak. But 10 years later,
this is home.
Marquita Wells-Binion doesn't live on Juanita Drive anymore, but she lives a street over and visits often.
Why come back? Why leave?
Many of her family and neighbors she got to know closely after the storm live here.
You don't ever let anyone or anything tear you from home. Home is home. Home is what you feel in your heart. Looking around and seeing the progress tells me that there is a God in heaven.
Especially after experiencing the tornadoes that day.
For someone who's lived through it, it's not 10 years later. It is very much still current because you still feel it.
She remembers every single detail.
I could hear like the windows breaking into the rooms, and the children and I were literally half dressed standing in the hallway. And that love seat was able to just turn upside down, and so it provided like a perfect L covering for us against the wall, and all I could think was to hold on to my babies and push them down. If anybody was going to be sucked out or swished around, it was going to be me and not my children.
Cries and screaming that could haunt anyone.
It was awful. Many of our homeowners lost family members.
Marquita was one of the luckier ones. Her house, however, wasn't in the best shape. That's where Habitat for Humanity comes in.
On Juanita Drive, in 10 years, our homes have increased in value over 25%.
More than 26,000 volunteers from all over the country and world helped make that happen. Out of the 87 homes built since the storm, probably 2/3 of the homeowners are tornado victims. That includes DeQuisha Whitelaw. She, too, got a new home built thanks to Habitat for Humanity of Tuscaloosa. Get this, it's an exact place where their original home was damaged due to the tornadoes.
I was just adamant about moving back on this street once I seen Habitat was building, but it was my husband who was adamant about this spot. He was like, no, let's see if they can rebuild right back in the spot where we stayed. And we came here with one baby, about to have another one, the little daughter you see running around.
With their little family complete, only one thing was missing, and a volunteer was there to help.
She stopped me and she was like, you know I'm a minister and I can marry you, right? And I was like, really? We weren't really expecting to do it today, but we actually got married right here on our porch after they built our house. So a couple days before we moved in. So our anniversary was just April 17th.
She was there at the right place and right time. Talk about a fresh start.
There is always a blessing and a lesson in every situation, and this tornado was both for me.
10 years later, after the storm, Marquita, now a homeowner, college graduate, business owner, and Stillman College employee, is even more proud of her community today. The 34th house on Juanita Drive, a street where homes were resorted to rubble and foundation, will be the last house Habitat for Humanity in Tuscaloosa builds here, signifying a new chapter for Alberta after a long decade road to recovery.
On the 10th anniversary, and we'll dedicate this for a tornado victim or a tornado victim family that lost everything.
Today, after the 11 a.m. dedication ceremony, the Woolley family will move into this house, the last house that Habitat will have built here on Juanita Drive since the April 27, 2011 tornadoes. Reporting live from Alberta in Tuscaloosa, Ugochi Aloka, WRC, Fox 6 News, on your side.
Thank you so much,
Ugochi.
It was very encouraging there, what's happening.